You didn't land here by accident. And if you're hearing this now, it means you were meant to, because something is already shifting. It's not loud, it's not chaotic, but it's unmistakable. There's a current moving through your reality, beneath your thoughts, beneath your routines, beneath everything you've convinced yourself is normal. And while most people are distracted, scrolling, numbing, or pretending, you are noticing it, that strange sensation, that tightening in your chest, that whisper that says, pay attention. Because the next 24 hours aren't just another loop in time. They're a threshold, and you're standing right on the edge of it. Maybe you've been feeling restless, disconnected, hyper aware of the tiniest emotional shifts in yourself or others. That's not anxiety, that's awareness. Your system, your soul, is registering something that hasn't fully arrived yet, but it's coming. And when it hits, it won't knock politely. It'll rise inside you like a knowing you can't ignore. A wave that washes away the version of you who thought they had it all figured out. This moment is sacred. And the choice you make now to listen, to trust, to align will ripple through everything that follows. So take a breath, let go of needing to understand it all right away, and let's step into what this energy is really here to show you. Right now, we are moving through an energetic corridor, a window of subtle frequency shifts that most will never feel, but the ones who do, they won't be able to unfeel it. This is not the kind of shift that announces itself with thunder. It moves in silence. It unravels in symbols. It speaks in dreams, déjà vu, and the sudden weight of memories long buried. If your sleep has been disrupted, if your body feels heavy one moment and weightless the next, if conversations suddenly feel more intense or completely hollow, that's not coincidence, that's resonance. Because what's opening now is not just a moment, it's a mirror. One that shows you exactly what you've outgrown and exactly where you've been hiding from yourself. Energetically, this period is a clash between clarity and confusion. On the surface, things may seem calm, but underneath, there's friction. A soft, persistent pull that's asking, are you living in alignment or just survival? And the truth is, the universe doesn't test you when you're ready. It tests you when you're still pretending not to be. Right now, what's surfacing are the contracts you didn't know you signed, the energetic agreements you made when you were still trying to be accepted, safe, or loved. But those contracts are expiring. And as the veil thins, not just between dimensions, but between your own layers of illusion, you'll start to feel it in your chest, in your gut, in the space between your decisions and your doubt. You may not know why you feel called to step back, or step away, or step forward. But that impulse, that's guidance. And guidance never arrives when things are perfect. It arrives when things are ripe for transformation. This energetic portal is a crossroads. One path will feel easier, familiar, but suffocating. The other, unknown, but alive. You will be asked to let go of identities that no longer serve your evolution. Roles you've played for too long. Masks you've worn so well, you forgot they weren't your face. And yes, it may feel like loss. But what if it's not loss? What if it's liberation? What if everything falling apart is actually falling into place? This is why you're feeling the pressure. This is why things feel off, because you're being prepared for alignment. Not surface level peace, but soul deep coherence. This energy isn't here to comfort your ego. It's here to awaken your essence, and that process begins now. Phase 1, the subtle disturbance. At first, it begins quietly. You can't quite place it. The way familiar routines begin to feel foreign, the way your usual distractions no longer satisfy, the way silence feels louder than ever before. You're not broken. You're just being interrupted. Interrupted by the part of you that's been waiting for the noise to die down so it could finally speak. This is the phase of discomfort without direction. You'll feel the urge to change something, anything, but you won't know where to start. And that's okay. Because before transformation brings clarity, it brings friction. That friction, it's the match that lights the flame. Phase 2, the collapse of the false Swiss. As the energy deepens, what is untrue begins to decay. Old identities, relationships, and beliefs begin to feel hollow. The things you used to chase begin to lose their grip. You may even feel like you're falling apart. But you're not falling apart. You're falling inward. This is the detox phase. The ego will protest. It will cling to stories, memories, and expectations. It will scream, you're losing everything. But your soul will whisper, You're finally becoming free. You must let the old version of you grieve. Let the mask drop. Let the illusions crack, because you can't carry old lies into your new life. Phase 3, the sacred pause. Once the collapse settles, stillness arrives. But this is not the stillness of peace. It is the stillness of emptiness. The void, the liminal space between who you were and who you are becoming. Here, the universe feels silent. Your guides may feel distant, your direction unclear. But don't confuse this for abandonment. This is integration. This pause is where your nervous system recalibrates, where your frequency adjusts, where your body prepares to hold the light of the new you. Don't rush this phase. If you do, you'll only rebuild the same walls you just tore down. Instead, surrender. This is where your roots grow deeper than ever before. Phase 4, the return of the voice. Then suddenly, the spark returns. Not all at once, not in fireworks, but in flickers, an idea, a word, a new desire that doesn't feel like the old ones. This is your higher self knocking, not with demands, but with invitations. You'll start to feel pulled instead of pushed. You'll make decisions without overthinking. You'll trust what you feel over what you see. This is alignment, not a concept, but a vibration, and it only arrives when you've made space for it, which is why the collapse and pause were necessary. You're not rebuilding the old life. You're receiving the map to a new one. Phase 5, the quiet rise. There will be no applause, no grand finale, only a soft, sacred knowing within you. I'm no longer the same, and the world may not notice. But the energy you carry will shift the room. Your words will carry resonance. Your presence will speak louder than explanation. This is the rise of the authentic self, the version of you that isn't performing, pleasing, or pretending. From here, everything changes. Not because you forced it, but because you became it. And when you rise like this, you don't chase alignment. You attract it. These 5 phases aren't linear. They spiral. They repeat. They refine. But every time you cycle through them, you become lighter, clearer, stronger. And most importantly, you become more you. So if you're in the friction, in the collapse, in the void, trust the process. This isn't the end. It's your becoming. 1. Create a daily ritual of conscious disengagement. Before you can align, you must first disconnect, not from the world, but from its noise. Each evening, before you sleep, spend 5 to 10 minutes disengaging. No phone, no scrolling, no conversations, just you and the breath. Close your eyes. Ask yourself, what am I still carrying that I don't need to bring into tomorrow? Write it, whisper it, release it. This one small act trains your nervous system to stop dragging the past into the present. You are no longer your yesterday. Honor that every night. 2. Clear energetic clutter in your space. The transformation you're experiencing internally must be supported externally, and your environment holds energy. This week, go room by room. Don't declutter everything. Just focus on one sacred corner. Choose a spot, a shelf, a desk, an altar. Ask, does this space reflect who I am becoming or who I was? If it holds stagnation, clean it. If it holds resentment, rearrange it. If it holds love, amplify it. Let your environment mirror your frequency. 3. Anchor through body wisdom. The soul may transcend, but the body grounds. Each morning, place your hands over your heart and belly. Feel the rise, the rhythm. Say aloud, I'm safe to release. I'm safe to evolve. I trust what is rising within me. Then move, but not out of obligation. Out of reverence. Whether it's a stretch, a walk, or sacred stillness, let the body speak. Your nervous system is the channel through which all transformation becomes sustainable. If it's not embodied, it's not integrated. 4. Use water to reflect and reset. Water is a frequency amplifier. When you feel stuck, heavy, unclear, use water as a mirror and a gateway. In the shower, visualize the old falling away. Say, I release what no longer serves. I cleanse what's been clinging. I welcome clarity. Drink more pure water than usual this week. Charge it with intention. Hold the glass and speak to it. Water listens. And more importantly, it responds. Let it carry the frequency of your becoming. 5. Set one boundary that scares you, but frees you. Transformation without boundaries is a leaking container. And this week, the universe is asking you to stop giving your light to what dims you. Think of one situation, one person, habit, or request where you keep saying yes when your body screams no. Now say no, kindly, clearly, without guilt. This boundary isn't punishment, it's preservation. Every time you honor your limit, you expand your capacity to hold more truth, more power, more you. 6. The reclamation mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror. Look directly into your eyes. Say slowly, I remember who I am. I release what I've outgrown. I choose to rise. This is not affirmation. This is activation. Do it every morning for the next 3 days. Not for motivation, but for integration. Your reflection is not passive. It's a portal. Meet yourself there. 7. Write the becoming letter. Finally, write a letter from your future self. Not 5 years ahead, just one moon cycle ahead. 30 days from now. Begin with, I'm so proud of you for letting go of. Describe what you released, what changed, how you feel now. Seal it. Put it somewhere sacred. On the next full moon, open it. Let your present become the proof of your power. You don't need to do all 7 practices. Even one, if done with presence, will shift your field. This isn't about perfection. It's about participation. The portal is open, but walking through it, that's your choice. There will come a moment, if it hasn't already, where everything within you wants to rush forward, to fix, to act, to decide. But this moment isn't about movement. It's about maturity. Transformation doesn't rush, it unfolds, in spirals, in seasons, in silence. You may not yet feel the impact of the shifts happening inside you. And that's okay. Like a seed germinating underground, growth is often invisible until one day. It's undeniable. The illusion of urgency. The world will tell you, if you're not moving, you're failing. If it's not happening fast, it's not happening at all. But spiritual growth doesn't follow worldly timelines. Sometimes the most profound breakthroughs arrive not in fire, but in stillness. You are not behind. You are not late. You are being prepared. The energies you've been navigating are not here to pressure you. They're here to position you. Let go of the urge to rush the bloom. Surrender is not giving up. There's a sacred power in saying, I don't need all the answers right now. That is not weakness, that is wisdom. Surrender isn't passive, it's participatory. It says, I trust that what's meant for me will not pass me. I align with the unfolding, not the outcome. When you surrender, you don't collapse, you co-create. You stop forcing, and you start allowing. That's where the shift becomes magnetic. Divine timing is never late. Your healing, your clarity, your calling, they're not on someone else's clock. What you're feeling now may be the delay before the breakthrough. Not because you're blocked, but because the timing is sacred. What's unfolding in your life is not random. You are being stretched, expanded, sculpted into the version of you that can hold what's coming. Let the delay teach you. Let the waiting refine you. Learn to sit in the unknown. This is perhaps the hardest lesson, to be in between. Not where you were, not yet where you're going, just here, in the mystery. But the unknown is not empty, it's fertile. It's where new timelines are born, where old identities dissolve, and where your soul speaks the loudest, because there's finally enough silence to hear. Sit in that space without filling it. Let it speak. Trust the pull, even if it doesn't make sense yet. You may be feeling drawn to something that has no name, no label, no obvious reward, but trust it. Intuition doesn't give blueprints, only breadcrumbs. Follow the feeling, the resonance, the soft but undeniable yes in your body. The mind will demand a plan, but the soul just needs your presence. You weren't meant to have it all figured out. You were meant to remember. You don't have to know where this path ends to know that you're walking in the right direction. If it feels aligned, stay. If it feels expired, release. This is the wisdom of timing. This is the grace of surrender. And this is your reminder. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be for everything to begin. If you've made it this far, take a breath. You've just journeyed through something not everyone will understand. You've walked the inner spiral. You've stood still when the world said move. And that is sacred. Because real transformation, it's quiet. It's subtle. It often looks like nothing from the outside, but inside, everything is rearranging. You didn't just listen to words today. You felt them. You let them meet you. And now, the shift has already begun. This is a portal you walk through, not watch from afar. Most people stay at the edge. They feel the pull, but never leap. They collect signs, but never act. But you're standing in the liminal space, where endings aren't quite over, and beginnings haven't fully arrived. This is where the old you fades, where the new you is seated. And that version of you, the one just beneath the surface, she doesn't need fixing. She needs permission. So give it to her. Let the community witness your becoming. You're not alone in this. Not now. Not ever. There are others, right here, right now, feeling the same tension, waking up to the same whispers, breaking through the same illusions. What if we didn't walk this alone? Drop a comment below, not because it's expected, but because your truth has power. Tell us, what realization hit you the hardest? What are you being called to release? What are you now ready to claim? Because when you speak your shift, you anchor it. Let this be the moment you remember who you are. You were never meant to just survive the chaos. You were meant to transmute it. You weren't born to stay small. You were born to remember your light and to lead with it. And if all of this felt familiar, if these words felt less like learning and more like remembering, then trust that. You've been here before. You're simply returning. What comes next? You decide. You are the author now. The energy is here. The timing is ripe. But the path? That's yours to write. Maybe today, it starts with a conversation. Maybe it's a boundary you finally set. Maybe it's the ritual you return to. Or maybe it's the silence you finally honor. Whatever it is, do it consciously. Let this not just be another video. Let it be a turning point. This channel is your mirror, not your map. We're not here to give you answers. We're here to awaken the answers already within you. Every video is an echo of something your soul already knows. And if you felt that today, subscribe, not just to the channel, but to yourself, to your inner knowing, to the path that calls even when it scares you. Because more is coming, deeper truths, new codes, and energy updates that will prepare you for what's ahead. This isn't the end, it's the threshold. As you step away from this video, carry this. I am not waiting. I am awakening. I don't chase signs. I become the signal. Because once you remember who you are, the world has no choice but to remember too. I'll meet you in the next transmission. Until then, stay grounded, stay open, and most of all, stay true.